Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Taiwan China Open 2014, part of the MetLife BWF World Super Series Premier. The awarding ceremony for the FedEx Cup Women's Singles will start shortly.
各位领导、各位嘉宾、观众朋友们，泰国2014年中国羽毛球公开赛联邦快艇杯女子单打颁奖仪式现在开始。
for the prize presentation of the women's singles. Akane Yamaguchi, a second Super Series tournament final, but unlike the Japan Open last year, here in China has to settle for second best. But for Saina Nehwal, an 8th Super Series title, a 3rd Premier Super Series title. Her first Premier Super Series title since winning the Denmark Open back in 2012. Well, with every developing player, there's always, I think as you're a youngster, Morten, you burst onto the world stage, no pressures, you can surf on the crest of the wave without knowing about the dangers that lurk beneath, which is the pressure and the burden of expectation. And I think Saina Nehwal has come in for criticism. She's questioned herself, but she has proved that she is a true champion.
I totally agree. She played such a good tournament here, and what a win, to win in China. It's not easy.
It isn't easy. Of course, there will be those who point out that she hasn't beaten any of the top 3 Chinese players, but
they were in the tournament. Two of them were.
2 of them were in the tournament, yes. The Olympic champion, Li Shuai, the #1 seed, sadly unable to contest. But let that not diminish Saina Nehwal's achievement. And of course, for Saina Nehwal, by my calculation, guaranteed a place at the Super Series finals to be staged in Dubai in December. And by my calculation, she could well be the #4 seed, and I think that's important at Super Series finals to be one of the 4 seeds. But that won't be on her mind at the moment. She should really enjoy the moments, because this is very special indeed. The first time ever at the China Open that both women's singles finalists have come from nations other than China. Both those young ladies should be mighty proud.
Please introduce the awarding ceremony for the FedEx Cup Women's Singles.
泰和2014年中国羽毛球公开赛联邦快递杯女子单打颁奖仪式到此结束，请颁奖嘉宾和获奖运动员退场。稍后将进行男子单打决赛。
The match will be men's singles. That welcome the player, Srikanth from India.
So as the public address announces the men's singles finalists on to court, we can look at the Destination Dubai rankings for the men's singles. Well, the changes after this tournament will be that the 4 and 5 will swap places because Son Ran-ho lost in the first round here, whereas Kenta Momoto reached the quarter-final. And of course, the man at number 9 at the moment, Srikanth Kidambi, well, whether he wins or loses today's final, he's going to shoot up 3 places to number 6 on the ranking, which of course means that all those above him will have to move down. Kenichi Tago, for a second consecutive Super Series, has lost in the first round. He's going to go down 2 places. He will be at number 9 after this China Open. So the men's singles final, Srikanth Kidambi of India against the 5-time former champion here of the China Open, Lin Dan. Well, what a healthy looking men's singles draw from that semi-final stage. In fact, all the way through, to be honest. 6 different nations from quarter-final stage, 4 different nations in the semi-finals, and of course Chao Tien-chen, who had been on a 14-match winning streak, being beaten in yesterday's semi-final by this man, the 2-time Olympic champion, Lin Dan of China. Kelvin Martin from Barbados is umpire for this one. There is Metspalu of Estonia, service judge. Well, for Lin Dan, he's an old hand at these big finals, isn't he? This is his 76th career final. And of his previous 75,
only 76.
he's won 57. For Srikanth Kidambi, this is the first time a male player from India has appeared in the men's singles final at a Super Series tournament. What an honour. And of course, obviously the first time that India have had a finalist in both women's singles and the men's singles. That's an extraordinary statistic. Quick glimpse there of Lin Dan's stats. 14 on the world ranking, age of 31. Went the full distance in the second round against the number 2 seed, Jan Jorgensen. For his opponent, the 21-year-old from Guntur on the east coast of India, just off the Bay of Bengal, lovely place in the world. And what you can't see from that, but I'm going to tell you, is that for Srikanth Kidambi, it means that today's final is against his 3rd consecutive left-hander, because, of course, Kenta Momoto of Japan, left-hander, Mark Zwieblatt, former European champion, also left-handed, so he will be quite used to playing against lefties. This is the 3rd meeting between the 2 men. Last time they met was in the last 32 of those Asian Championships earlier this year. 21-7, 21-14, and that suggests that it's going to be a tall order for Srikanth today. No, he's got a brother that plays very good badminton as well, and Nanda Gopal, who started as a singles player and has switched to doubles, and this man started as a doubles player and has now switched to singles. He was considered not physically strong enough for singles Srikanth when he first started playing.
It's very unusual to go that way. Normally people start in singles and move to doubles, and you hardly ever see it the other way around.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Took up a non-vegetarian diet and started to increase his strength and muscle bulk, and he's now a fine player. 16 in the world ranking, has been as high as 13, as we saw. He's 9 on the Destination Dubai ranking.
He will go up in the ranking as well after this.
6. He will be number 6.
Ladies and
on the
gentlemen,
world ranking.
On the world
On my
ranking,
right,
yes.
Definitely.
Lin
13
Dan,
to possibly
China.
10. He might even break into the top 10.
On my left, Kidambi Srikanth, India. Srikanth to serve, love all, play.
So Srikanth Kidambi, far side of the court, starts history in the making. First Indian player in the final of the Super
One
Series tournament. Of course,
love.
we should emphasise that, of course, Prakash Padukone,
Yeah, my good old friend.
yep, and Pullela Gopichan winning all England titles, but of course that was before the Super Series came into existence. So
Absolutely, yes.
don't wish to take anything away from those other two very good players. Great players, even. Oh, stepped in early to that.
And that's twice. 2 love up, but it's the same
Two
tactic that
love.
cross court from the net. First it was the backhand cross, now it was the forehand cross.
And of course, this man, he was born very near to the city where we are right now. Very near
Service
to
over.
Georgia. Not that I think that
1,
man needs to be
2.
close to his home city to have support in China. I think he's loved everywhere. Oh, now he's saying to the umpire there's some flash bulbs going off. Some people on their cameras have not turned off the flashes, and it's disturbing him. He's already been disturbed by the television lights,
That's
as
it.
saw in earlier days.
Yeah,
Service
he's
over.
not really been happy with the playing conditions here.
Well, he's
3,
about the only one that's
1.
not. All the players
yeah,
have said it's
everybody.
wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oof. Quite challenge that, wasn't it?
Service over. 2, 3.
I thought that was clearly in. Morton's looking at me with his mouth open. He can't believe it.
I would have tried to call a challenge on that one.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Srikanth is not certain on the baseline on there. So whether he maybe thought he was out on the baseline, I don't know.
Careful lifting down to that forehand corner of the left-hander.
4, 3.
Yes, if it's not long enough, this is exactly what would happen. Dindan will attack it, and he's doing it so well. But if it's long enough, we've seen in this tournament that he's not really going for his big
Service
smash
over.
anymore. He's just playing a more defensive shot. So this was clearly too short, otherwise he wouldn't have been able to do it.
Five, 4. Six, 4.
He's a very good attacking player, Srikanth.
7-4.
But his defense is not in the same league. So if Lindan starts to attack, we will see that Srikanth really hasn't got a defense that can sustain the pressure. And for the time being, Lindan is sitting back a bit and giving opportunities for Srikanth, and he's taking them, which is really, really good. So interesting to see if and when Lindan starts to attack. And what a transformation since I saw Srikanth play the Indian Grand Prix Gold in Lucknow in January, when he actually got to the final and lost to a young Chinese player who had won the first game very convincingly.
8-4.
And he was way up.
19-12 up.
19-12 up.
And
I kept saying, don't worry, things will be okay. You just play your chances and it will come. It never came. It was unbelievable, and he lost it. And today he's here standing in a Super Series Premier.
But it's very interesting you talk about that, because I'm thinking back to what you said in the women's singles final about Yamaguchi. You know, okay, she's come through qualifying events. She lost in the qualifying of the All England. Here she is of a Premier Super Series in China. By the end of the year, 6-7 months after the All England, going wide, and she's in the final. And you talked about that inconsistency. Yes, when it's going well, it can be very good. And I think Srikanth is at that stage.
Yeah.
When you look at his results this year, 6 times lost in the round of last 32, first round. In one of the Grand Prix Gold events where they had scored 64, lost in the last 64. And yet, that final you talked about, semi-final of the Singapore Super Series.
Yeah, so it's once again the same pattern.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, I didn't expect to see 6 straight points from Srikanth against Lindan, as indeed we just have.
But so far, I would say that Lindan is allowing Srikanth. Oh, look at that. That's a lucky shot.
Yeah.
What a difference between 10-5 and 9-6.
Yeah.
See, then that lift was long enough, and Lindan straight away chose not to attack it. Once again.
Just wide.
Seven, 9.
No, it's not very much. That's second time.
Service over.
Lindan will go home and watch that on
7.
video.
Oh, great net shot. And indeed, it is Srikanth Kidambi who has the advantage at the mid-game interval, a 4-point advantage. And this wasn't in the script for the home fans, was it?
Not for the home fans. Surely in the script was Srikanth.
Absolutely.
Seconds. 11-7, play.
I was waiting for it.
He was.
Service over. Eight, 11.
You know, as they came out after the mid-game break, I was saying to myself, Morton, surely Lindan's got to up the pace here and take a little more initiative. But I didn't really see it as such in that first rally.
No, not yet. But I agree with you, and that's why I say he's got to test the defense of Srikanth. Otherwise, I'm not saying he can't win, but that's what I mean. That's what he should do. He should test that defense of Srikanth, because otherwise he's just playing to the strength of his opponent. Not saying that he can't win it,
9-11.
but he just makes it so much more difficult for himself.
Ten, 11.
Oh, that's nice.
Service over.
Srikanth has got to create these angles. That's what he did here.
10.
He's been trying on a few occasions now to just go for full power, straight smashes and all that, but Lindan, he's waiting for them now.
Yeah.
So he's got to create angles like that to upset the situation, and then, you know, by being able to play shots like this, that will possibly open up on the straight ones again.
Service over.
What control was that?
Would you believe it?
That's
That-
extraordinary.
This is a
11,
winner. This is a
12.
winner. But that's an even better winner, isn't it?
Unbelievable. Magnificent.
Okay, testing.
Yeah.
Service
Beautiful.
over.
Look at the way that Lindan, he looked at his opponent, but he was just walking away from his Srikanth, you know,
13,
not having anything of this
11.
mental war. Try to have a look here. Look, he's walking away. Look at how Lindan is looking at him. You know, how on earth could he play a shot like that?
Service over. 12,
I think it was a good
13.
chance taken. Well played, setting him up nicely. Srikanth at the net, got the lift, had the opportunity.
Ball. Service over.
And once again here we saw the ankle doing more damage.
14,
It was very, very
12.
steep. It was not a cross-court angle, but it was a very steep angle. that Srikanth played here, and that really did the damage more than anything.
I actually noticed that right from the start, that he wasn't going full power on his smashes, Srikanth.
It's much better to go for good placement, but ankle, either cross-court angles or steep angles on the straight ones.
Yeah.
But as we've seen so often before, Srikanth really have to watch out now. Have to try to see if he can get a decisive lead, because, as I say, 17 or 18 all, we know how dangerous Lindam is when he plays. So he's got to try to pull away. Let's say the next two, 17-12, could be a very decisive lead here. So the next 2 points will be extremely important for Srikanth.
Yeah, my mind's flashing back to yesterday when Lindam was playing against Chao Tian-Chen. 14-16 down in the first game, won it to 17. Then he was 13-17 down in the second and won it to 17.
Yes, so he's got to watch out for Srikanth.
Yeah.
Well played by Lindam.
Yeah.
He earned it. Really good play. And as I just said before, rather than 17-12, it's 15 all.
Yeah. Oh, it thought about it, didn't it?
It did.
He's not happy with that shuttle.
And once again, I think a sign of a true champion. So often when players get a shuttle, they don't look at it. They don't look whether it looks fast or slow or anything. You know, every shuttle is having its own characteristic. They just take it for face value, and then they get very surprised now and again.
Well, finds the line. One of those 4 straight points. And of course, the shuttle is made of goose feathers, and the very best shuttles from the left wing of a goose. And there's only 2 feathers that can be used because, as you say, Mother Nature doesn't make things absolutely straight, and therefore you take the straightest 2 feathers from the left wing. But they will be slightly different. Every shuttle will be slightly different.
And, you know, if you have a very trained eye, you can actually see it when you look at it. But not a lot of players are doing it. He's desperately unlucky that's going long on the baseline. He really caught Srikanth on that one. I think it's good quality badminton, this.
Yes.
It's very good quality. Nice rallies, good tactics. They're really trying to outmaneuver one another. They're playing to their strength and all that. So, no, it's good. very nice net exchanges as well. And here we had another one.
Yeah. And I think the reason there isn't the atmosphere, perhaps, with the fans, is that they were expecting a bit of an exhibition match here from Lindan. And Srikanth is far too good.
He's playing really well.
Exactly.
He is.
And therefore, from us purists and those of us that
We just watched the game.
just watch and enjoy the game, this is
That's
fabulous.
Out. That's out.
Service over.
It's third time I think he's going for that big one down the line, and I think he's missed them all three.
Backhand
Sweet, very sweet.
skimmed over the net.
It's played with such a nice slice to it as
Yeah.
well.
70.
This is textbook. Look at that. If you can go home and do that, hats off.
Yeah. Yeah.
1970.
7 of the last 9 points. Does it time and time and time again, Lindan?
Service over. 18-19.
I love it. I really love it.
Yeah.
I do.
19 all.
Well, there's a challenge here
Challenge.
from Srikanth.
Came instantly.
Yes. And Kelvin Martin, the umpire, also was very quick. And that is perhaps something that we miss nowadays with umpires, considering
That's
that's definitely out.
And the crowd, they can see it.
Yes.
The crowd is, oh,
Yeah. Which means that it should be.
game point for India.
Yeah. Confirmed
Challenge
by
successful.
our instant review system.
20, game point 19.
He's done it. I can't believe it. All credit to Srikanth Kidambi.
First game won by
I
Srikanth.
thought after those 7 of 9 points from Lindan that the opening game was surely the Olympic champions. But my goodness me, what mental fortitude from Srikanth from 17-19 down. No wonder he celebrates, because he's taken the opening game 21-19.
I love the way he celebrates. He's happy, kind of almost within.
Yeah.
He's not really showing it. He's not saying, oh, I got a game from the great Lindan. No, I got a game from him.
Yeah.
There's a total different attitude to it. I like that.
Well, Lin Dan already back on court. Indian coaches still working with Srikanth. And I should think the Indian coaches are saying pretty much what Morton has been saying.
Keep
Yep.
it simple.
Keep it simple, but also, yep, you've won the first game.
Yeah.
You haven't won the match yet.
No, definitely. I've said that a million times.
Yeah. It's a lot of hard work to be done. You can celebrate when you've won the second game.
Yep.
Second game, level play.
So one game to the good. Srikanth Kidambi of India against the Olympic champion, Lin Dan. Yeah. Nice. Yep.
One
Presumably talked
love.
about that. Seemed very pleased with his first rally there, the second game.
He got very well out of trouble on the defence, Srikanth, when he played that cross-court shot. Once again.
Oh,
And that's out. It was over, but out.
Service over. 1-all.
I didn't even realise it had gone over.
It did.
Yeah, it certainly did. Goodness me. It was magnificent.
Service
Lin Dan
over.
isn't looking for that at all.
2-1. Service over. 2-all. Service over. 3-2.
Oh, that's a good play.
4-2.
There are fans trying to get behind Lin Dan.
Service over. 3-4. Service over.
Look at the beautiful net shot he's playing, but look at the action
5-3.
Try to have a look at this. First of all, that's good, getting out of trouble. Look at this, but now, look how he's moving forward.
Yes.
He's making sure he's closing that net down. He is making sure that Lin Dan cannot get away with that crossway.
Yeah.
He moves in and shot it down. That is so good. That's well played.
So in other words, you're saying that he forced his opponent into error by his movement.
Absolutely.
Service over. 4-5.
Start doing. He's got to apply more pressure in terms of attacking better. I'm not saying he's hitting half-hearted, but he's thinking that, you know, I'm doing enough, but he's not. He's playing a very, very good attacking player that actually penetrates his defense. But it's not really exploiting the fact that Srikanth, his defense isn't so good. So Lindan had to start applying some pressure on that defense.
6-5.
Oh, that was going wide, wasn't it?
It's close. It's good badminton.
Service over.
Very nice pace.
6-all.
Out. Fireman.
7-6.
You know how you and I talked the other day? I think it was in the second round when Lindan was playing against the number 2 seed, Jan Jorgensen. And we talked about sometimes we feel that players are playing against the reputation rather than against the man when they play against Lindan. That's nicely done. And I'm looking at this, and because Srikanth is such a youngster, just 21 years of age, and perhaps doesn't understand the history in the same way of the sport and some of the achievements of Lindan. Of course, he knows the record books are there to be seen, but I'm wondering if he's...
Service over.
I was going to say has the arrogance of youth. Arrogance is the wrong word.
I know exactly what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And he's saying, well, you know...
Stuff it.
Yes. I mean, when we came in on the bus today, there was some Danish youngsters who had won a trip here to the China Open after a competition at the World Championships. And the leader of the delegation from the Danish Federation had to explain to the kids who you were.
Yep.
They didn't know. And I know there's not such a huge difference, but there is a 10-year age gap between the two players on court, and it's almost as if
it is another generation.
It is another generation. He's saying, well, you may have been great in your time, mate, but and I like that. I like that. Of course, you should have respect, but not to the degree that we were talking about earlier.
You're playing the reputation.
Exactly.
A little earlier in one of the other matches we've seen this afternoon, there was a picture of this Danish group. They're about, what, 8-9 youngsters winning a trip for a week to China to watch this and train here as well. They've had a field day.
Yeah,
they really enjoyed it. Was out.
Yeah.
Ten, 8. Service over. 9-10.
Oh, that's challenge.
I think it's out.
Do you?
Yeah. I think that would be a wasted challenge.
Well, certainly wouldn't mind seeing that again. There we go. Yeah, no, you're right. So 2 points the advantage to Lindan here in the second game of the big game interval. I think one of those coaches may have been former player Chen Yu.
Eleven, 9, play.
Well, there was definite signs that he was trying to increase the pressure and the pace.
Yes.
10, 11.
It's in. Yeah. But I really think that Lindan, as you're also pointing out now, he has realised he's got to go for his bigger attack here. Obviously, he's missed a few now, but it's time to do it.
That's a quick follow-up.
Yeah.
But how was it set up? That was that half smash that you were talking about.
It's the
angles.
steepness, the steepness that's doing it.
3 points since the mid-game interval, being won by Srikanth.
Call. Service over. 12, all. Thirteen, 12.
Teammates and former world champion there, Chen Jin, now coaching the women's singles, and the women's singles players
They're all
sitting,
there.
all sitting there watching, supporting. Creating that angle again. It's been successful in doing it, and I think that was a very good opportunity. So the crowd is waking up, wants to support the home hero, Lindan.
Service over. 13, 14.
That's
There you are. That's what you wanted 2 rallies ago.
yes, that's the one.
14 all.
That's very nice, isn't it? Once again going for steepness and angle, but imparted with slice, so creating the disguise as well.
Oh, that's good play by Lindan. Really good play. Patience, but still lots of pressure. Srikanth got well out of that one when he played it down the line to the forehand of Lindan, but what a good reply.
Service over.
You know what I'm really liking about Srikanth is that, you know, he's under pressure in that rally, the start of the rally, doesn't panic.
No, he plays percentage.
Yes.
I was just about saying, I think he's, especially in that rally, he played percentage.
Yeah.
He gave himself the opportunity to stay in the rally rather than going for crazy shots.
It's good judgment. It's gone long.
16-15.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah, but not only that, the follow-up.
Yeah. And there's that angle again. The slice, big
17,
leap in the air, looks as if it's
15.
going to be a thundering smash, but creates the angle with the slice and with the technique.
Service over.
Yeah, that was a big point.
Yeah, and that could be costly.
16-17.
Yeah. Let's see if Lindan can escape yet another one, as we've seen him do so often lately.
Oh, not with shots like that.
Service
Oh,
over.
goodness me.
18-16.
Well, the closeness of this and the enormity of this situation, Srikanth has to just block out from his mind. Just 1 point at a time.
I think he's in a zone. He
Yeah.
just plays. Obviously, should this go to 3, I think it will be completely different. But he's got the chance here.
2 tantalising points away from the China Open title. His first ever
16.
Super Series tournament final. Well, he's saying the shuttle is fine. Lindan wants it changed, and Srikanth gets his way. 19-16.
It's a good lift.
Oh, how quick was that coming forward? And he played it with slice, that final
Match
kill.
point 60.
And he has 4 match point opportunities.
Look at the camera people, they're all lifting their cameras now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a fair chance to take.
Yeah.
And obviously now, call it, I agree with the coaches, call it
Yeah.
now, but it was a fair chance to take. See if you can get it on the first one.
17-20.
Still a match point, of course, to this man, Srikanth. He's done it! Unbelievable! Srikanth Kidambi of India has defeated the 2-time Olympic champion, the 5-time world champion, 5-time winner of this China Open. The Indian coaches celebrate a dejected Lin Dan, and the fans here can barely raise an applaud for what was a fantastic match here in Fuzhou. But what?
You can almost hear a pin drop.
Yes. 21-19, 21-17, the margin of victory. And for India, my goodness me, what a tournament it has been. Women's singles champion and now men's singles champion as well. A first ever Super Series title for Srikanth Kidambi. Absolutely extraordinary. Well, he thoroughly deserved the win. 45 minutes. And there is a new star in the world of badminton. Srikanth Kidambi. Victory 21-19, 21-17 over the great Lin Dan.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to present awards to Honorable Referee of Taiwan China Open 2014, part of the MetLife BWF World Super Series Premier.
各位领导、各位嘉宾、观众朋友们，接下来我们要向裁判长团队颁发泰和2014年中国羽毛球公开赛裁判纪
Well,
念
it says
牌。
award ceremony for the men's singles, but that's going to happen in just a minute or two, because first of all, presentation of our tournament referees. Referee
General Administration
Belgium.
of Sports of
His
China,
deputies
Vice
there.
President of Chinese Badminton Association, to present awards to referees.
让我们以热烈的掌声欢迎国家体育总局英语中心副主任、中国羽毛球协会副主席李永波先生为本次赛事的裁判长团队颁发纪念牌。
from
They are only the votes, Mr. Philip Lee, Ms. Zheng Sanliang, Mr. Ding Yang.
他们是罗尼德布斯先生、菲普里先生、郑三良女士、丁阳先生。
The following awarding ceremony will be the Sea Cup men's singles.
接下来进行的是泰和2014年中国羽毛球公开赛东风雪铁龙杯男子单打颁奖仪式。
The runner-up is Lin Dan from China.
获得亚军的运动员是来自中国的林丹。
So both players are invited to step forward. Well, 76th career final for Lin Dan.
The winner is
And it's only the 19th time
from India.
that he's been
冠军是
on
来
second
自印
spot
度的
of
斯
the
里
podium.
坎斯。
Srikanth Kidambi, his previous best, a semi-final at this year's Singapore Super Series event. Well, to win the first ever Super Series title at a premier event really is very
有
special
请中共
indeed.
国科市委副书记、市人民政府
We
市长
look at his
杨毅
previous
为获奖运动
achievements.
员颁发奖
Srikanth,
函。
2012, couple of titles, Maldives International and Bahrain International. Last year, Thailand Grand Prix Gold event, which really announced him onto the world stage. But this tournament, I think Morton has turned him into a star.
Absolutely, everybody will be coming to watch him play, and when he plays like what we've seen here today, you know, he's definitely worth it. What a performance it was in this tournament. But in all honesty, again, we have to go back to what we said earlier. He's got to be more consistent.
Yeah, of course. But I think it's been a wonderful day for India, for Indian badminton. You know, they've got the Commonwealth Games gold medalist in Kashyap.
Catch up, yeah.
Pali. They've now got a Super Series champion in the men's singles. Saina Nehwal has been there for a while. They've got PV Sindhu. They've got a whole host of players. In the past, they've been reliant on just Saina Nehwal. Now, India is a real force to be reckoned with in world terms.
Totally agree.
有请
Well done.
颁奖嘉宾和获奖运动员合影留念。
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the award ceremony for the Sea Cup men's singles.
泰和2014年中国羽毛球公开赛东风雪铁龙杯男子单打颁奖仪式到此结束，请颁奖嘉宾和获奖运动员退场。稍后将进行女子双打比赛。
The following match will be women's doubles final. Let's welcome the players. Wang Xiaoli, Yu Yang from China.
现在将要进行的是女子双打决赛，让我们用热烈的掌声欢迎中国
So
运动
before the
员
women's doubles
王
final,
小
let's have a look
李
at the Destination Dubai rankings for the women's doubles. And Matsutomo and Takahashi, having been in the semi-final here, consolidate their place at the top. After the French, of course, Marjin and Tang Yuanting, who reached the final in Paris, shot up from 6 to number 4, but they will go back down to number 6 because the pair ranked at number 6, Tiang Qing and Xiao Yunlei, will jump above them because they are indeed in today's final, as indeed are the pair ranked at number 10. So whether Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang, whether they win or lose, they will go up 2 places to number 8 on the ranking after today's final, but they still won't be in a qualifying position. Just to remind you, it is only the top 8 players or pairs, and you're not allowed more than 2 pairs or 2 players in the singles from any one nation. So the 3-time defending champions Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang, the number 5 seeds here, it is imperative that they win this week and probably next week as well. So I don't think they're playing together next week. Anyway, here is the women's doubles draw from the quarter-final stage. And as you can see, dominated by China in the semi-finals, only Matsutomo and Takahashi, who incidentally have just become the new world number 1s on the world ranking list, not the Super Series list, which they have been world number 1s, on the Destination Dubai list. For a while. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, this is a repeat of the World Championship final from earlier this year. And of course, on that occasion, it was the number 2 seeds Tiang Qing and Xiao Yunlei who won. Their opponents had been the defending world champions, 2-time world champions, in fact, hadn't they? Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang. So really these 2 pairs have dominated world badminton over the last 4 years or so. So Yu Yang and Wang Xiaoli, 3-time defending champions. Well, for Yu Yang, this is her 6th final in the women's doubles here, because she was twice runner-up with Du Jing, 2007 and 2009. It really is quite a record, isn't it? So there is Yu Yang, former Olympic champion with Du Jing, 28 years of age now, and their world ranking of 5. They've only played 8 tournaments towards that world ranking. 25-year-old Wang Xiaoli, their win-loss record for the year, well, not exactly right according to my statistics, because I've got them down as 3 losses, but 5 finals from 6 tournaments is very, very impressive. Now, in the first round, they actually had a bye, and that was one of our talking points earlier in the week, which we'll come back to in a minute as we look at Xiao Yunlei, already winner of the mixed doubles, 28 years of age, as indeed is her partner. Number 2 seeds, number 4 on the world ranking. Of course, both these pairs are former world number 1s as pairs, and both, or 2 players on court opposing each other, have been world number 1s with other partners as well. So I think we can conclude that they're pretty impressive women's doubles players. Well, again, they had a bye in the first round, number 8 seeds in the quarterfinal. The Indonesian pair of Gracia Poli and Meswari, who won the Asian Games gold medal. Now I make it 15th meeting between these 2. I make it 9 and 5, but the last meeting was certainly those World Championships. World Championships in Copenhagen, 21-19, 21-15. Of course, it's an issue
Okay. Ready?
Maybe that's a bit strong, but it is something in world badminton that some tournaments don't count
Ladies and
towards
gentlemen,
world rankings and therefore don't appear on
On
our
my right,
database.
Wang Xiaoli, Yu Yang,
Commonwealth
China.
Games, Asian Games. Richard,
European Games.
well, we haven't had it yet,
on
but
my
whether
left,
that appears on it, I'm
Tian
not
Qing,
sure.
Zhao
We
Yunlei,
count the Olympic
China.
Games, as indeed we should, towards world rankings.
Yu Yang to serve to
Yeah, but
Tian
it's
Qing,
different.
love ball,
But we can come back to
play.
it.
Yeah. So the defending champions, Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang, against
What a start.
the world
One
and Olympic
love.
champions Tian Qing and Zhao Yunlei.
Service over, 1-all.
Oh, there was a queue there. Two people queuing up to kill it.
2-1.
Better than having none.
Yeah, as long as they can agree who to take it.
Yeah. Yes, lovely change of pace.
Service over, 2-all.
Yeah, there were two options, either the drop shot or the lift, I think. That would have been a good option as well. This proved possibly to be the best. It was a straight point.
Duo, play. Three, two.
Yes, well worked. I remember Morton at the beginning of the year, we were a little bit concerned about Yu Yang, weren't we? And the fact that she was obviously struggling with injury, and we wondered about her desire and whether she really wanted to put in the work. We questioned her fitness levels, and you know, but
Service over, 3,
having withdrawn from 3 tournaments early on in the year, since they've come back, they've really been pretty impressive, haven't they? Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang, 5 finals from 6 tournaments.
Yeah. I was one of the few witnessing when they lost in Taipei
Yeah,
to Gracia Foley and her partner.
Aswari.
So, but apart from that, I think, as you say, they have been very impressive.
Yeah, they seem to go through a bit of a wobble patch because there was that loss in the final in Taipei, and then they followed that up with losing in the last 16 of the Asian Games. But since then, they've been almost unbeatable. In fact, have been unbeatable. Won the Danish Super Series and the French.
Yes.
So yes, they have been unbeatable.
Service over, 5-4.
5-4
delay.
Very, very good attacking play by the defending champions.
It was a nice angle that Wang Xiaoli created on the last one, and that really did the damage. That was a good angle. But so far, I think that Chiang and Zhao Yunlei has really been quite happy sitting back defending.
Service fault call.
Service fault called. Does that
Service
surprise you?
over.
Not the service fault, I'm talking about
The
sitting
start.
back and defending.
A bit. They're good, aggressive
Yeah.
women's doubles, and Zhao Yunlei at the front is, as what we saw in the mixed doubles, quite devastating.
Yeah.
So yes, I had expected them to yeah, be more aggressive. Look at that, lifting again. Some counter-attacking there, and that's good.
Yeah. As we were remarking in the
6
mixed doubles, how well she was moving, Zhao Yunlei. Looks to be over any injury troubles that she had.